Hey guys, how we doing? Richie Hicks Jr. Sports Podcast. I am your host, Richie. Gonna be a quick one, but definitely wanted to hit on the happenings in the National Basketball Association's NBA Finals last evening. Boston Celtics really putting it on the Dallas Mavericks. Just a thorough beatdown of the Mavericks, if we're gonna be completely honest. What stood out yesterday? Undeniably, Kristaps Porzingas. His return yesterday after being gone for pretty much a good juncture of the playoffs. His normal three-point range averages in between 26.5 feet and 27 feet. The man was hitting threes from everywhere, just giving the Boston Celtics everything that they needed in terms of energy. But I think the X factor in yesterday's game as to why the Mavericks were just not able to keep up pace with the Celtics was Kyrie Irving. Um, the 1A or 1B, however you choose to look at Kyrie, I believe yesterday, Kyrie just got locked down. He was not able to get Dallas into their flow of the offense. And ultimately, it cost them the game. Kyrie Irving, historically, in some people's metrics, is the greatest ball handler in the history of NBA basketball. And yesterday, just uncharacteristic mistakes. His shots just were flat. He was not able to shoot the ball well. Luka Doncic, 12 of 26, I believe, 30 points even. Kyrie only walked away with 12 points. That is the reason they lost. But you got to give all the credit in the world, literally all the credit in the world, to the Boston Celtics defense. All of them. The backcourt, the forwards, guys getting dirty on the glass. Porzingis is the star of last night's game, no question. But all credit due to the Boston Celtics defense. Jason Kidd has to rally his troops and get them ready for game two. This is still going to be a long series, in my opinion. I don't think one blowout necessarily determines, a lost cause for the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas Mavericks have been resilient all year. Boston definitely answered some critics yesterday, ourselves here at the show included, when questioning if they have truly been tested because of some fortuitous injuries for teams they played, whether it be Jimmy Butler, Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Halliburton, or if my Knicks would have won, they were definitely a team that was all injured at every conceivable position of any true importance. But you play who's on your schedule, and you do the best you can. Boston Celtics proved yesterday why they were the best team in the Eastern Conference pretty much all season long, and in some people's estimations, the best team in the NBA. I don't think I have to really oversell the fact that the Eastern Conference is inferior to the Western Conference this particular year, and in most years in recent memory. But if there's a compliment to give to the Boston Celtics, is that they can play in the West Coast, they can still have a great record, and they would still be an NBA premier team. And that goes to my point about you play who's on your schedule. But a lot of adjustments need to be made, and it all starts with Kyrie Irving. If Kyrie Irving is not able to facilitate, get to the rack, draw fouls, and just get better shots for his teammates, it's going to be a quick one. But I do believe that the Dallas Mavericks are going to respond, and I still think this is going to be a very good NBA Finals. As far as the NBA goes past this, it's going to be a lot of fun in the offseason to see where a lot of key players are going to be going. We have a whole offseason to discuss that, and I'm excited. Being a Knicks fan, I'm excited to see who we bring in to be that missing ingredient, so to speak. But we're still on the NBA Finals. Boston Celtics most definitely asserted themselves yesterday and really did a number on the Dallas Mavericks. And, if I'm a Boston fan today, I'm feeling pretty good. But it's a long series, and you got to be able to do it again. And we're going to find out if they are indeed able to do it again. Moving it over to Major League Baseball, all of the New York Yankees fan base definitely taking a collective breath right now and waiting on the status of Juan Soto. Yankees drove their longest winning streak of the season up to 8 yesterday, a sweep over the Minnesota Twins. Today they welcome in the powerhouse Los Angeles Dodgers from the West Coast. Best case scenario, we hope that Juan Soto only misses a little bit of time or it's a short IL stint. We're going to know more probably today at some point. Manager Aaron Boone decided to allow Soto to leave the game during a long rain delay. According to manager Aaron Boone, Soto has been nursing a sore forearm for the better part of a week or two. It's not all gloom. It could just be something that he just needs to rest on. But in the event that Juan Soto misses any significant time, I would have to think immediately that the Yankees make a call up to the minors to bring up Jason Dominguez, bring up an outfielder. I don't want to get ahead of myself, be negative, and overthink what's going on with Juan Soto. I am not sure, to be honest, in that regard. But the Yankees look terrific. They are hitting it on all cylinders. I'm actually quite shocked with the pace of winning that they are achieving right now. They have yet to get their 20th loss, rather. I don't want to put a hex on them because, if they lose tonight, that would, of course, be lost 20. But you can't ask any more from this team and what they've been able to accomplish right now. When you have the reigning Cy Young Award winner, Garrett Cole, who has yet to make a contribution to the team this year, Aaron Boone has kind of been quiet about how soon he's going to return. I mentioned Dominguez, an injury from last season. They're taking it slow with him. But it's a blow because, honestly, from a productivity level, what Juan Soto and Aaron Judge have been able to do as teammates right now could possibly be the most impressive in the history of Major League Baseball in terms of their yearly production in one singular season together. But, the Yankees have shown resilience all year. So with or without Juan Soto, I have to believe that the Yankees are going to keep playing their brand of baseball. The pitching has been incredibly good, despite not having Cole. The transition from the pen taken over for the starters has been very good. And, I said this recently amongst some friends that are Yankee fans. The only thing that can stop the Yankees this particular year, in my opinion, is injuries. So we're going to wait and see how bad this thing is with Juan Soto. It's also got to be worrisome to Soto because it's a free agent year. He's going to be commanding a historical contract in the offseason. So we're going to find out if Juan Soto is going to have an IL stint. He hasn't had one since his days in Washington, going all the way back to 2021. Yankees-Dodgers tonight, definitely the premier game out in Major League Baseball. Before I get out of here, I want to mention two things. Number one, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is being backed up to November, but the fight is still on mid-November. Netflix. I can't wait. I'm a huge Tyson fan. But this past week, the NFL lost a legend in the form of Larry Allen, one of the absolute greatest offensive linemen I have ever had the pleasure of watching play. And I just want to say, from a football standpoint, he did things on a field that made a lot of great defensive players look very small and very helpless. He was a generational talent through and through. And when you look back at the Dallas Cowboys dynasty of the 90s, I from time to time don't know if he necessarily always got the most credit. Because when you had the triplets, Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, skill player positions, Dion was there for part of it at the back part of that dynasty. Jimmy Johnson was a phenomenal coach, winning 2 of the 3, but it was his team, even though he didn't coach them in that 3rd Super Bowl year. Sometimes I do think that the guys that play in the trenches where the games are truly won occasionally get overlooked. But I extend my heartfelt condolences to the Allen family, to Cowboys Nation, to the people that loved him. It's a big loss. on a lot of different levels. You know, it's a father, it's a husband. There's a lot of levels to it. But how do I know him? I know him as the football player. And the football player, Larry Allen, was truly incredible, and he will be missed. And I send my sincerest condolences to his family. New show to come in the near future. We are definitely putting together a boxing show. I am holding out to make sure that we get as many contributors as possible. Announcements to come on that when we finalize it. I hope you all have a great Friday, an even better weekend, and make today count. I'm Richie. Have a great day.